Oh, good morning to you. Hey, got some good news. Jesus is Lord. The devil is defeated. Thank God the word works. We're talking about writing your vision. The Lord spoke to me a couple of weeks ago now and said that this year, 2020, is going to be a year of suddenlies. Right now, God's going to change things for you. I believe the mess that you've had is going to be over. In fact, I'll tell you about the best thing that's about 2019 is it's over. I don't have to go back there. Blessed. Somebody say blessed. Now watch. Write the vision. So I want to read these verses to you. Habakkuk 2:2. But the Lord said unto me, He answered me and said, Write the vision, make it plain upon tables, so that he that readeth it may run. Now, I'm the one that's going to read my vision. You're the ones going to read your vision. I'm not going to share my vision with you so that you can pay for my vision or you can provide what I'm believing for. I'm believing God for all of these things. Are you with me on that? Now watch this. It's going to help you. Proverbs 29:18 says, Where there is no vision, the people perish. Now, let me give you a new verse to go with this. Psalm 43, verse 1. My heart is inditing a good matter. Watch this. I speak of the things which I have made touching the king. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer. Your tongue, you got to say it. Now, somebody said, "Oh, I don't believe all that." Well, the Bible's very, very plain. You perish because you don't have a vision, and you need to be very specific. That's the reason I'm going to share this with you over the next couple of days. Now, watch this. A farmer doesn't just get up one morning and say, "You know what? Sure like a crop." He plants the crop. He gets the seed. I remember when I was a kid, we had a small farm, a little bitty farm, really, just a few acres. But when we'd do the harvest, my dad would take the very best okra, the big old long okra, the very best squash, and the finest of the corn. And he'd take it down to the garage and hang it up. I mean, I remember watching him tie it with a brown thread. I don't know what it was, but he'd tie it up. And I said to him one day, I'm 10, 11 years old, Dad, what's that? He said, that's my seed corn. That's my seed okra. He said, you take the best of the crop and you put it up there and let it dry, and that's the seed for next year. See, he planned the okra, the squash, the beans, the corn. He planned next year, and so he had his seed laid by so that it'd dry, and then the next spring, he'd get out there and get all that seed out, and we'd replant it. You can't have a garden by just going out there and saying, boy, I sure would like to have some okra. No, you got to plant seed. A young man, 16, 17 years old, getting out of high school. I want to be a dentist. Well, he don't just get up one day, when he's 22 years old and go put a sign out there at an office that he rented and say, dentist, work on your teeth. No, he has to plan it. He writes the vision. I got to spend 4 years at a regular college, and I got to go to dental school or for another 2 years. Then I've got to do some other stuff. He plans it. Well, why is it that believers think that they can just pray one scatter shot out there? Scatter shot's a shotgun, by the way. Just pray a scatter shot. Lord, bless me. They don't have any plans. They don't have any purpose in life, and they just kind of hoping that God's going to take care of them. And He will, but they're never going to be successful and have what God really wants them to have. So it says to write the vision. Write it out. Know exactly what you're believing God for. I'm going to get on this maybe tomorrow, but you believe in God to lose 50 pounds? Write it out. This year I'm going to lose 50 pounds. Or you're believing God for, to get your hair back. Write it down. I don't know what you believe in God for, but it's your vision that you ought to have an idea as the direction that you're going. And then God can come along and bring it to pass. But if you ain't got nothing, He can't bring it to pass. Said, make it plain. Let me read it. Make it plain upon tables. Now that's paper. They didn't have paper in those days when they wrote that. That he may run that reads it. Now I'm the one that's reading my vision. Somebody asked me this question the other day. Said, do you read it once and lay it down and forget about it? I do not. I read this every day. I've got it in the front of my Bible. This is a copy of it, but I've got a copy folded up in the front of my Bible. And when I get up to do my Bible study and praying and things that I do in the morning, making this program, I get this out and I read it. I rehearse it to myself because I want to remind myself I want corn, or I want squash, or I want soybeans, or I want cotton, whatever it is I want, I'm going to plant it. I'm going to write it out. I'm going to lay it out there, and I'm going to have exactly what I'm believing for, but I know what I'm believing for. I'm not just taking this out there as, well, maybe to work, maybe it won't. No, 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 this is going to work. And this is the year. This is what God's been saying to me, that this is the year that we're going to be in the suddenlies, that all this stuff that we wrote down is going to come to pass quickly this year. I'm going to put that back in the front of my Bible where it belongs. I read it every day. Oh, well, brother, I just, I didn't know I had to write 2 or 3 pages. No, you don't. But quit being vague. Blessed of God. Watch this. No, just give me a little grace here. Boy, I'd sure like to win that $250 million lottery. And I don't know what it is because I don't pay attention to it. You can't do it here in Alabama. You have to drive over to Georgia, up Tennessee. Boy, I'd like to have that $250 in that lottery. Well, let me tell you something. If you don't buy no tickets, you're not going to have a chance to win the $250 million lottery. Oh, brother, are you saying that I ought to go to the lottery and win it? No. But what I'm saying is there are things that you got to do. You got to buy the ticket. You got to be prepared for it. You got to expect it, and you can't expect it. I can't win the $250 million lottery today because I didn't buy no tickets. I ain't bought any in years. I buy them occasionally when I go through and hope. But my hope is not built on the lottery. My hope is built on the Word of God that says I'm blessed in everything that I do. But get this. If you don't buy the tickets, you can't win. If you don't plant the seed for your corn and squash and okra, you're not going to get any. Well, write the vision. Make it plain upon tables. I'll show some more stuff to you tomorrow. But you have a great day today, and remember all day, hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.